Am I audible? Amar sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, sir. I'm ready. Shall we wait for some more time because only 70.
Yeah, we'll start with the session. It's already 7:08.
Okay, 70. Shall I start, sir?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yeah, good evening to one and all. I'm Srika once again. Today, our topics would be understanding the importance of soft skills. And the second one would be interpersonal communication. In that, how active listening plays an important role. And resources to refer to improve soft skills is covered in the very first topic itself. Got it? I hope you all have understood. So, understanding the importance of soft skills. And the second one is interpersonal communication. In that interpersonal communication, how active listening plays an important role. These are the two things we are going to discuss this evening. Very good evening to one and all. Once again, I'm speaker from ExcelR. Right, please let me share the screen. Is the screen visible? Can someone just...
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes. Now, when you want to understand the importance of soft skills, the first step would be, let us differentiate between hard skills and soft skills. So we are supposed to know what is the actual difference between hard skills and soft skills. Then only we can understand what is the importance of soft skills. Fine. Why should a student who has lots of hard skills is supposed to have soft skills also for success? Let us first differentiate between these two. Hard skills, bilingual or multilingual skills. One can speak many languages, converse. That is one great skill. I'm discussing hard skills. Database management, Adobe software suite, network security, SEO, SEM, marketing, statistical analysis, data mining, mobile development, user interface design, marketing campaign management, storage systems and management, programming languages like I have an advanced expertise in Python, Java, Ruby, Perl, and new languages. All my coding abilities, all my degrees in Harvard University or Cambridge University or IITs, all those are hard skills or technical skills. So hard skills are technical knowledge or training that we have acquired through any teaching or life experience, including the so-called education from class 1 to until PG or PhD, whatever it is. But when it comes to soft skills, there is no exact authentic definition to the word soft skills because there are many definitions, but nothing is considered authentic. But those are the main aim of soft skills is to establish win and win situation in workplace, in personal life, public life, as well as professional life. So what is the main aim of soft skills? To establish win and win means other person should win, we also should win. If we win and the other person loses, that is not success. If we lose and the other person in the office wins, that is also regarded as failure. Both lose, both parties lose, that is also failure. If the other person wins and I'm also winning, then both are happy. There is no any confusion or any argument or any delay in work, or there is no any conflict. To establish win and win situation in personal lives as well as professional lives, wherever it is, these soft skills are needed. The another name is people skills and all those different names are there. So integrity means firmness of character. Dependability Rahul Dravid, when he comes, we can depend on him. He is called the wall of cricket. So dependability, we can depend on Mr. X in completing the task. That is soft skill. Effective communication, open-mindedness, teamwork, team spirit, creativity, innovation, problem-solving abilities, critical thinking, adaptability means being able to adjust to the situation, ambience, and take part in different roles. Organization means being able to make things carry in a systematic way. Organized, we say. He is an organized person. That means, even, I'll tell you one thing, one example for organized, systematic people. See, early morning when we brush, we have 99% of people who hold the paste and press anywhere they want for squeezing the paste on the brush. But highly calculated intellectuals, what do? Who have more soft skills? They press from the edge. That is, from the end point, they squeeze up. That means they don't even press the paste wherever they want in hurry. Even in hurry also, from the bottom to end, they start squeezing the paste. That is the way they extract paste from the paste on the brush. So even this speaks a lot. That is a wonderful example which I can give. So organized, so systematic. Of course, system fails sometimes. That is a different issue. Then problem solving abilities come and save it. But how systematic we are, how organized we are, that is a soft skill. Willingness to learn. Some people might have completed postdoctoral PhDs in Cambridge universities and Oxfords. Their minds are not open. They don't want to learn anything. Such people can we teach anything? No. So willingness to learn is a great soft skill, even though we are super educated. And the greatest of all the soft skills is empathy. What do we mean by empathy? Being able to understand the problem and feel the problem from the other person's point of view and think accordingly and take a decision. Being able to help him by understanding the problem in his own way. Being able to stand in his place and feel the problem and trying to understand and react. That is called empathy. Empathy. So all these are soft skills which are not taught in any colleges or universities. So hard skills are entirely different from soft skills. Soft skills are personal habits and traits, means characteristic qualities that shape how you work on your own and with others. Fine. So soft skills are meant for establishing win and win situation. Next, soft skill is a synonym for people skills. The term describes those personal attributes that indicate a high level of emotional intelligence. So what is emotional intelligence? Even in uncommon situation also, you have to keep your mind in a balanced state. When you are angry with someone, instead of straight away reacting and hitting him or hurting him, you would say, right now, I'm angry with you. Don't talk to me. I'll talk to you later. If you can manage your mind, train your mind to come down to that stage, definitely and certainly you have emotional balance. That is called emotional intelligence. How intelligent you are in an emotion. Of course, this is not as easy as describing a PPT or showing the PPT and teaching something. But when it comes to practical existence, people tend to become emotional. But to what percentage you can keep your emotions into balanced state, that is your skill. That can come, that can happen when you train your brain. Your brain has to undergo lots of process. Then only it can achieve that stage, right? So that is also one soft skill. So people skills, life skills, these are different synonyms used for the same term, soft skills, because soft skills has a generic view. Interpersonal skills, communication skills, presentation skills, all these are one and the same, but interlinked things these are. Fine. So unlike hard skills, which describe a person's technical skill, set and ability to perform special tasks, soft skills are broadly applicable across all job designations, across all jobs, all industries, all organizations, professional lives, private lives, one-on-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, many-to-many situations and communications. It's often said that hard skill will get you an interview, but only soft skills will get you a job and complete the task, the expected tasks from you in that specific job, everything successfully. You are a winner when you can complete the task up to the level of your employers or bosses expectation. Am I right? So hard skills can get you, I can prepare a resume that's BTech from IIT Kharagpur. Very good. I can type it in a very fashioned way, in a neat way, take a printout on executive bond paper and apply for the job and go to the interview. The moment I step in, what happens? The moment you step in an interview, what happens? It feels like everything is erased from your brain. Fine, shift deletes. Everything, it looks like that. 1, 2 to 3 seconds, everything, you feel that you have forgotten everything. Then your body language, the way you sit, the way you shake hands, the way you greet people, the way you introduce yourself, how do you answer? Tell me about yourselves. How intelligently, how impressively you can impress the interview panel. These are all soft skills which can win the job for you. After getting placed also, after joining also, onboarding process is over, you have joined successfully, you underwent training, then also, even if you have very great skills, we are angry with the employer or co-worker, you want to throw him out, you lack soft skills, you lack balance of mind, which is of no use, even if you have a great talent, great coding ability, a great hard skills, even if you have a great certificates from reputed institutes also, it is a waste. So soft skills will keep you win the jobs, win in life. But hard skills, something which you can acquire. So importance of soft skills, that is the title. Can be for career growth, very healthy relationships to maintain, to have team spirit. I should not be the leader always. I can be one of the important members in the team. Yes. If I only want to be leader for 5,000 leaders, there is no meaning in it. That means individually also, I can contribute to the success of the team. So I will not worry about my personal feeling, but I will work for the entire team. That is called team spirit, without any selfishness. So if I have that quality, that team spirit can be called as soft skills. Confidence, of course, communication. You all know very well, yesterday we discussed. Opportunity, what do you mean by opportunity? When there is an opportunity to grow, when there is an opportunity to perform a task better, are you doing it, or are you simply getting satisfied with whatever skill you have? So opportunity, creating opportunities, learning and observing and making use of opportunities, even that also is a great skill. Fine. And if you have very good soft skills, you can have lots of opportunities. Fine. So effective communication, the ability to effectively manage meetings and effective leadership, conflict resolution, problem solving abilities, problem solving strategies, and the greatest thing in this world, who doesn't feel stress? Stress management. COVID. In COVID, practically people have understood how to manage or keep, how to face stress. Am I right? If you go out, there is a problem. If you are at home, there is one more problem. So in an office, how do you manage stress? So what happens? If you can't manage stress, we are out. We are failures. Am I right? Stress is a common phenomenon to everyone. So if you get trained, if you have the soft skill of managing stress, you will become successful. No, sir, I will never feel stressed because I just don't care for anything. No, it's not like that. Fine. The situation will decide whether you will react to stress or not. The right situation, everyone feels stress. But can you keep it in control? Can you manage it? Can you turn it into success? That is soft skill. Time management and organizational skills. Once again, they go hand in hand. How effectively you can prioritize, means how effectively you can manage this 24 hours time. Bill Gates has 24 hours time. Ratan Tata ji has 24 hours time. Dhirubhai Ambani had 24 hours time. And the richest persons in the world, everyone, Mukesh Ambani has 24 hours time. A beggar has 24 hours time. A billionaire has 24 hours time. But how he prioritizes and makes use of each and every second makes someone a beggar, someone a billionaire. That's the difference. Fine. And how can you organize things well? Even that is a part of time management. Presentation skills that we discussed yesterday. How effectively you can present. High performance team building and managing. Knowing who can do what. How can you build a very effective, result-oriented things that can bring up? How can you identify talented people? How can you make them into one team? How can you manage team? While managing team, how can you expect complete productivity, high performance from them and from you also? Together with collaboration, how can you bring wonderful, amazing results? That is called high performance team building as well as managing. Transition and change. Once I learned one language in computers, the same language or coding ability is not useful now. It has become outdated. Will I change or will I become a failure? Transition means changing moment, changing ambience, the ability to understand where we are right now, how to update and reach where we should be. That is transition. And change management. What is meant by change management? Trying to understand that things will not work like this. We need a change. And updating ourselves and checking whether these updated skills are relevant to the success, relevant to the market. Are they giving practically useful techniques? Are they being productive or not? That is change management. All these skills come under the greatness, the importance of soft skills together, right? Now, presentation skills including planning, preparation, delivery of messages. You know, we discussed yesterday. Whoever was present yesterday, that was wonderful. So it's very important for anyone to give a meaningful presentation. It can help us. This is wrongly spelled. Don't read it as helps. Help us. It can help us to share our ideas with others. So you must have great presentation skills. Next, it has been said that leaders are formed, not born. He is a born leader. That statement might be true with rare people, not with everyone. If everyone were a born leader, then we would have a majority of leaders. It's not like that. Your observation skill, your learning ability makes you a leader. That means it can bring you the leader in you out. So to launch yourself into a better career, developing leadership skills, that can be a ticket of success. Leaders are the persons responsible for growth and development. Take a good decision, who can take good decisions, tactfully deal with others and solve problems effectively. So leadership, it has been said that leaders are formed, not born. Fine. So to launch yourself, the same thing, leader managers takes responsibility of their personal growth and development, thus inspiring others to do the same. So a boss says go, but a leader says let's go. That is the difference. So he takes you along with him. If you are not performing, he identifies where you are going wrong and with empathy, he talks to you. That is called a leader. A boss says simply go, but a leader says, come, let's go. He has that willing hand to bring you up. He first wins your heart and then expects the things to be done by you. That is called a leader. To have that skill is soft skill. So effective communication skills. Our education is seen in our behavior. So it's very important that how we communicate with others. That means our education should be seen in our behavior, but it is not. Someone with lots of education behaves very roughly, very awkwardly with others. It should not be like that. So this is very important skill. That means he is lacking soft skill. This is very important skill in our working ambience. It is in the form of written materials such as emails, letters, memorandums and all memos, reports, all these things. We are able to communicate our ideas to the world. Am I right? So effective way of communicating is a soft skill. Conflict resolution means show me a place in this entire world where there is no problem. Show me any place in this world where there is no conflict. Conflict means, what do you mean by conflict? Can someone message me? Difference of opinions, difference of ideologies, difference of ideas, difference of decisions. I think something, you think something. There we have conflict. And we don't sit and solve it. We go loggerheads. What do you mean by loggerheads? I will see the end, and that fellow wants to see my end. Then conflict arises. Will it stop? It won't stop. It gets multiplied. No one compromises. Both the sides equally, people are important and talented, but what's the use? So conflict, if you don't resolve it, means if you don't solve it, it gets multiplied and it can stop productivity. It can spoil the entire organization. Not only organization, even in personal relations also. So identifying impact of conflict, taking a meaningful step to correct the conflict, work for resolution means work for some solution of conflict. Try to solve it, resolve it, see the end to it, and make things successful. That is conflict resolution. If you have soft skills, you should be able to have this. You should be able to cultivate making a habit of resolving things. See, if everything is fine, anyone can manage. When everything is not fine, when you have many problems, many conflicts, if you can solve, that's a great skill. Am I right? If everything is going well, what is the use? That's it. If the train comes on time or in time, if I can reach the destination, if the train reaches the destination in time, then there is no meaning. Even a small puppy or an animal also, if I arrange it, if I board it in the train, it will also reach. If the train has not arrived in time, if it did not reach in time, still I made some other arrangement to reach the venue on time. That's really great. So time management and organizational skills. It's very important to manage your time. So use our time for different purpose. Time management is the process of planning and exercising conscious control. This is the most important word. Having conscious control on time spent on specific activity to increase effectiveness, efficiency, and productivity. See, are we really using the 24 hours time we have for useful purposes? Put a question mark, you will get an exclamatory mark. You will wonder that lots of time is spent simply wasting or imagining, fantasizing things. Yes. So people who have time management skills, they have worry time. You know, what do you mean by worry time? Yeah, something is troubling me, I will not think it. I will not create an impact about it on my mind. My worry time per day is half an hour, 6:30 to 7 p.m. So what will I do? A man who has time management skills, only 6:30 to 7 p.m. that fellow will think about it. Why? What you can't do should not stop you from what you can do. A great sentence. Once again, I am repeating for the audience. what you can't do should not stop you from what you can do. You can't do anything. Someday, anyway, you can't do something. But that you are not being able to do something should not stop you from what you can do. Anyway, I can't cook a great curry, but I can make a very good tea or coffee. Since I cannot cook a great curry with tomato and all this remaining all other vegetables, that inability should not stop me from preparing a nice tea or coffee. Am I right? Anyway, I can't do that, but that should not have an impact on this. So how do you manage time wisely? That is a great time management skill and organizational skill. Problem solving strategies. My Windows is crashing. I have two groups in my colleagues. Each group is inviting me to join, and these two groups are very particular of my joining only one single group. How to solve this problem? Option A, option B, option C, developing strategies. Which strategy will be effective? So problem solving, always you will not have only one answer. Two different multiple types of addressing the problem one must have. That means one must have a strategy to solve, multiple strategies to solve a problem. So this skill is a great soft skill. Identify the issue. Try to understand everyone's interest. List the possible solutions. Evaluate means assess, which is the best thing. Assess, calculate the worth of it, the options. And finally, try to fix it. This is a great soft skill, which problem solving doesn't mean technically solving a hardware issue or a software issue. No, that is not. When a real-time problem comes with people, with men, with our own people, how are we going to solve it? That is a great skill. Stress management, I said, is a wide spectrum of techniques. Psychotherapy is aimed at controlling a person's level of stress, especially chronic stress. Yes, usually for the purpose of and for the motive of improving everyday functioning. That is stress not only for personal life, public life, ultra personal life, managing relations, being able to become successful. So that zonal manager is first. I am the third. So this stress is making me go to 4th and 5th and 6th place and fall down to 10th place. So how to manage first this stress and become successful? Stress management is a great thing that is learned with trained soft skill. High performance team building and management. So management systems, team effectiveness, tools help newly formed and existing teams maximize their effectiveness. And in turn, what they do, contribute to the sustainably successful performance of the organization as a whole. What do you mean by sustainably? So success, yesterday I succeeded, today I succeeded, tomorrow there is no guarantee I fell down. What is the consistency index? What is the consistency percentage? What is my, why do we call Mr. Dravid as the wall of cricket? His consistency of runs is, his ability is as consistent. So one day duck out, another day century, the other day once again duck out. His graph will not be like that. He has some consistent runs. You know, he plays his play and goes. That is why his consistency is more. That is the reason we call him the wall of Indian cricket. Am I right? So for high performing, how consistently can you perform and become successful? That is a great soft skill. Transition and change, I told you. The difference between change and transformation. Change uses external influences to modify actions. But what do you mean by transformation? It modifies beliefs. There is something, a great wall in your brain, in our brains, which is not allowing us to change. That should happen first. So actions become natural and thereby achieve the desired result. So if I transform, if I give a command to my brain that yes, I accept that I am not updated, I need a change. First, if mind decides, then it will start motivating you to do something. So change and transformation, these two are different. So the difference between change and transformation. Change uses external influences to modify actions, but transformation has to happen within one's own beliefs and one's own ideologies and one's own thought process and decisions inside the brain. So learning. See, I'll tell you one thing. Majority of students, majority of employees who are already working in different organizations, you will understand that though sometimes the candidate has not performed that much well in interviews, he was shortlisted. Why the interview panel or the HR understood that even if we recruit him at this point, he is a continuous learner. He is open to learning. When someone is open to learning, then we can train him and make him, skillful. But we'll take care of it. So that do you have or not? That is a soft skill, being able to grasp new skills. So when you enter an organization, everything will be new. Though you have skills, how to apply different people, different egos. So a person who doesn't have enough qualification or certificate like you, he has a great skill, but you have to understand him and you have to learn that skill from him when he teaches. You have to accept it. Is your mind open? Are you able to learn? Do you have that learning capacity? That is called learning. Are you open for learning new things? Like skills, concepts, programs is a soft skill that can set any candidate different from others. The ability to then translate these new ideas into meaningful work, tasks, and when handling projects is what that helps you grow teams and develops more efficient methods. As a great career aspiring professional, it's often up to you to seek out new opportunities to learn. So as an employer means as a boss, employer means boss, employee means the person who is working under you. So as an employer, when you establish a great organization, or if you are an employee in a great organization, it's highly crucial that you provide learning. Are you, when learning is provided, you are open to learning opportunities to boost the skills of your teams or to boost your own skills. Fine. So making decisions. What is decision making? Decision, can you become successful without taking right decision? Next to impossible. The whole life depends on what decisions you make, right? Decision making can be viewed as a process of 4 interdependent things: explorative, speculative, evaluative, selective. I'm not reading from this source. So decision making means explorative. You have to explore what are the different strategies, or what are the different opportunities we have. Speculative, keeping in future into consideration, you have to take a decision. Evaluative, what do you mean by evaluation? Calculate the worth of each option. And then selective, you must then select which is the best strategy, best decision, and then apply to it. Am I right? So making decisions, taking decisions, establishing successful decision, making successful decisions is not as we teach. It's not so easy for everyone. So valued by employers for many reasons. Being able to make decisions is key to getting on in life. Sometimes the actual decision doesn't even matter. What matters is that you have made one and moved on. That means, according to the situation, wisely, which option you would choose, which decision you would make, and do you have that quality to take a decision on your own and go? Can you make a wonderful, amazing decisions? That is a great soft skill. So for making great decisions, soft skills are trained, soft skills are needed. Self-motivation. People who are self-motivated get on by themselves means Always remember one thing. Motivation doesn't come from outside source. We always think that someone will come in our lives to ignite us. No, it won't happen. Motivation doesn't happen from outside. But we think like that, we imagine like that, we perceive like that. We think that someone will motivate us. I have a great teacher who motivated us. Very good. I appreciate. But that is what your perception is. He motivated. But how many students really changed? That means inside you did not accept it. Only one or two might have accepted. Only when you accept it inside, when you react to his motivation, then you will be really motivated. Am I right? So motivation is not something which comes from an external source. Never ever believe in that. That is something like a Maya. Don't believe in such things. So self-motivated people get on by themselves. They don't need close supervision. Each and every time boss need not spoil his sleep and keep on watching him. Is he going on in the right way or not? And they are good to work with because they are generally positive about life and can be counted upon to keep going. Means counted upon means we can trust him, we can depend on them. Who are self-motivated, we can depend on. So we need not every day call them and start giving injection, motivating injection. No, that is not necessary. So self-motivation, do you have? If you have that, that's a great soft skill. It also helps to work on your personal resilience and adaptability to change. What do you mean by resilience? Means rubber band is there. You pull at two different edges, and when you leave one edge, what happens? It comes back to the original position. So when you face ups and downs, when you face failures, how quickly can you go to the original neutral zero and start from there? When you face failures, so when you are not successful, you are trying. So someone wants to target you. Consistently, you are going wrong. Still, how can you come out and go back to the original shape? And from there, how can you start from scratch and start building your steps to success? So that is called resilience. So self-motivation helps to work on your personal resilience and adaptability to change. Means willingness to change, being able to change according to the situation and fit into the roles is called adaptability. According to the situation, can you change as per the needs? So this happens with self-motivation. That is a great soft skill. Conclusion. So more and more businesses are considering soft skills as important job as a criteria. The thing is, when you see India stands first place in population, what does that sentence mean? That means competitiveness, competition is increasing, multiplying day by day. For 14 vacancies, at least 656 people are applying. 14 is to 656. That is the thing. For 14 vacancies on an average, that means how much competition is there, you see. Fine. So businesses, MNCs, any organization, any great industry, you take up any job you want. Everyone is considering, do you have soft skills or not? Sir, I have a great certification from Oxford or Cambridge. That is absolutely great, Mr. Speaker. But are you willing to learn? Do you have that open-mindedness? That is a great soft skill we must have. An increase in service industry emphasizes the need for soft skills. Everyone, all MNCs have soft skills trainers. Why? The reason is just because candidate is shortlisted and is onboarded, that means accepted for having him as an employee, immediately things will not change. He has to learn many new things. For that, he has to get trained his brain. For that reason, they continuously have some soft skills trainers, some interpersonal skills like this to establish, to inject that, the neutrality of brain. That means, can he be open? Is the employee ready to learn things and apply? Not only simply learning things, can he apply successfully? So industry is emphasizing having soft skills. People who have soft skills, they will be successful in no time. Soft skills are used in personal and public life. The word personal is repeated here. Sorry, public as well as personal. So that is the importance of soft skills. Now, let me go to the second part. Do you have any questions? Fine. In that case, I'll go with the next slide. Next topic, sorry. Now we have interpersonal communication skills. In that column is there. How active listening plays an important role. Now, is my PPT visible? Can someone message me? What is the first sentence? Can someone message me? I'm waiting in the chat box. Can someone type me? First sentence, please. At least first word, please. Then I can come to one. Yes, Nehalata, someone typed yes, thank you. Someone type the first word. I hope everyone is not interpersonal communication. That's great. Thank you. So in interpersonal communication skills, how active listening plays an important role. I'm telling you, my dear students, or my dear listeners, audience, though you are not directly my students, this session, this PPT is really, this entire session, this active listening. Sir, is there anything that much important with learning something with listening also? Yes, there is. Who missed this? Who wants to miss this class? Really would miss great things. That is for guarantee. So please don't miss. If you have friends who have not joined, please ask them to join immediately. All participants, if you have many other participants, definitely please ask them to join immediately. Fine. So in interpersonal communication skills, how active listening plays an important role. Right? I'm going to the topic. Importance of active listening. What do you mean by active listening? If you want to be an effective communicator, you must not only be an effective speaker, but also a great listener. You must learn to be active listener. Are you really a good listener? We spend 80% of our waking time communicating with others. Of this, 30% is spent on talking and 45% is spent on listening. The remaining time is spent on hearing and non-verbal gestures. So what is called active listening? Hearing is a physical activity. What do you mean by hearing? Hearing is different from listening. I hear some noise. That means I cannot give a feedback. I'm not comprehending and trying to understand it. Fine, I'm not focused. That is just hearing. What do you mean by listening? I am at platform number 7. Now my train is coming to platform number 4. How did I know that? I had a focused listening on railway announcement. That is called listening. That means I am able to understand it completely and comprehend it and ready to react with my feedback. That means I am an active listener. This is listening. But hearing is one-sided. So hearing is physical activity. Hearing is just the ability of ear to sense sounds around one. So your ear does, even without your involvement, without your mind's involvement, like that. But listening is more conscious effort. How to interpret the sounds, means to be able to understand the sounds according to the situation, requiring concentration of mind. Simple ways we can say hearing, sensing sounds. But listening, understanding the meaning of the sensed sound and reacting. Reacting does not mean you will react physically or immediately there. You will keep it aside, and when you are supposed to react, you would react. That's it. So listening takes concentration and energy, curiosity and open-mindedness, analysis and understanding in all the possible ways. It involves interpretation, means you will try to understand which is true, which is not true, and what is applicable, what is not applicable, what is really good, what is really bad, what is just, what is the fact, what is not a fact, what is fact, what is false in that sound. You will analyze this. That means you are making an involvement of, you are interpreting this. Number 8, that is called listening. So what is active listening? Active listening involves high concentration and energy, curiosity with open-mindedness, analysis and trying to understand it in 360 degrees, involved in interpretation. Then it is called listening. Hearing is just a physical activity. You throw your ear there, it will hear some noise, some nuisance. Now, hearing the words is, there is no recognition of the speaker's message or intent amounts to hearing a noise. That means there is no recognition of the speaker's message. You just hear something is happening, a noise, blah, blah, blah. We say, nah, we use this word. So that is just hearing without reaction, without interpretation. Your involvement, your being able to decide what is right, what is wrong will not be there. That is just hearing. But when a class is going on, students must be using active listening to get the message. By they provide feedback to the teacher by nodding, smiling, and by verbal cues. When they listen to a radio, they use passive listening. That is, they don't provide any feedback. So active listening is different from passive listening. Hearing is different from listening. So in a class, even if it is online or offline class, one must have first the ability to have active listening. So active listening is comprehending what is said, means trying to understand in all possible ways. It needs active listening, needs concentrating on the message and absorbing it. You are going to see, we eat some books, we eat some messages. Eat means what? Are we simply eating books? The word eat here, it means you will try to understand all the possible meanings, all the ways that book, you will chew it, you will digest it. Means you will be able to give a great feedback. If someone wants, you can give a review on that. That is called absorbing it. So when you absorb a message, you will be able to, you are able to understand it in all the possible corners, in all the possible ways. It includes paraphrasing the speaker's ideas and speaker's view inside meaning, being able to express understanding of his or feelings and asking questions on an unclear point. Suppose it, what is this last box mean? This last box, this content, it means, see, when you are actively listening, think that you didn't understand anything. Even if you are permitted on the spot spontaneously or after the class or after the session, you will definitely ask clarification about any unclear point. If you are an active listener, if you are a passive listener, you'll just leave it. If you want to just hear the sound and leave it, one-way traffic that is. It comes, it enters the air and it travels the other air and goes. That's it. So active listening today is more about listening to what is not said. What do you mean by what is not said? Means not active listening does not mean only it is understood if you know the meanings of the sounds, what it is said. No. Words, as they say, do not communicate anything. Sometimes words, they do not communicate anything, but it has an inner meaning. For an example, a student is always coming late to class. Now, today also he wants to enter the class 15 minutes late. Now the teacher remarks, Mr. Punctual. What do you mean by Mr. Punctual? Does the teacher mean that he is always punctual? No. The meaning is quite opposite. So sometimes the words convey some meaning, but the actual meaning of the speaker is entirely different. If you can understand that inner meaning, you are an active listener. The real intent of the utterance means what is the real intention behind that expression, behind the sentence, behind that language, behind that communication is decided by the tone of the speaker, pitch of the speaker. Intonation means the rising and falling of the speakers, and where he wants to stress the word, where he wants to stress, give more focus to which expression, according to that the meaning changes. So all these play an important part in the delivery of the message. Words communicate 7%, tone communicate 38%, body language communicates 55% of the message. So active listening is important. The myths of listening, that means the wrong stories, wrongly rooted beliefs in the society. What do you mean by myth? Wrong interpretations. The present belief about listening, which is wrong, is this. So people think that everyone knows how to listen. It's wrong. Myth 2. Sending message is more important than receiving. That is also a wrong idea. Myth 3. Listening is easy and passive. That means you throw your ear there and you keep doing whatever you want. That's how tricky students did the same thing in COVID online classes. No, that is not listening. So hearing and listening are the same. Very, very 100% wrong statements. So this is also called a false story. Myth means that. So hearing and listening are the same. That's what people think. No, it's not. So another wrong notion is an effective speaker commands the audience's attention. It is not just commanding, gaining the attention. So myth 6, hearing and decoding constitute listening. No. Communication is the sender's responsibility. I want to communicate something to you. To make you understand is my responsibility. If I think like that, it is 100% wrong. Communication is not the sender's responsibility. Of course, to some extent, to clearly speak is his responsibility. But trying to understand the inner meaning of the communicated message is, it is vested with the listener or the receiver. Right? He did not communicate properly. That's why he did not understand it properly. No. Then why didn't you ask him? If he did not communicate properly, if he doesn't have the talent to communicate properly, you could have asked him there itself. Right? So communication is not the sender's responsibility. We think that it is just sender's responsibility. No, that is not true. Myth 8, listening is done with the ears. No, it has all the entire brains, organs, discretion, everything involved. So listening is not done with only ears. Fine. So listening skills are practiced, not learned. No, they can be learned. IELTS, TOEFL. Why do they have listening? Are you an active listener? When a paragraph, you don't have the text, but sometimes listening skills, someday you will hear 3 to 4 people speaking, or one interviewer and 4 to 5 candidates. According to the conversation, questions will be asked. You will hear only MP3 file, only audio file. You will not have any text, but questions are asked. So you think listening skills are practiced, not learned? No. With practice, with continuous training, we can learn it. So listening ability comes from maturity. 90 years old people can listen properly. That is wrong, absolutely wrong. Even a small child with an intention to listen, play an active role in listening, he would understand much better than the great scholars. They think that they have listening skills. It doesn't come with age, it doesn't come with maturity. No, this statement is also false. Then now, reasons for poor listening. Sometimes we have, do we have those many reasons for poor listening skills? Yes. Listening is hard work. So it's very hard to keep quiet, Because what is mind? Can you define mind? Mind is like a monkey, Enrich. It flies here and there. So it's very difficult to control our minds. So if mind is with us, if body present, mind absent state is there, we can't listen to anything. Body and mind both the same place, then we can achieve success. So listening is hard work. It's very hard to keep quiet, as most of the people rehearse what they have to say when the other person stops speaking, or they simply wait to talk once, the other person stops. And moreover, active listening involves increased blood pressure, higher pulse rates, more sweat, more perspiration. That means concentrating on the other person rather than on you. As a result, many people just don't do it. Of course, concentrating on the listener and making him understand or trying to understand what the speaker is telling, it involves a lot of physical energy, mental energy. Am I right? So people don't do that. But one has to be very careful while listening to things. So competition in today's society, there is enormous competition for our attention from advertisements. One by one advertisement keep going on. Radio, or TV, movies, reading material, internet. So we have learned to screen the relevant information. What is right to me, what is wrong to me, what is relevant to me, what is not relevant to me. Immediately, automatically, I will decide. No, you should not have. First, listen to that and then decide. Sometimes we also screen out things that are important to us. So in hurry, what do we do sometimes? We think that something which is really relevant, really useful to us is not important and we screen it. No, this is not my cup of tea, we'll leave it. We don't even, not listening, we don't even hear it. So these are the reasons for poor listening. So word lag, the average person speaks about 135 to 175 words per minute, can speak, but can listen to 400 to 500 words per minute. Wow, amazing, no? Awesome, no? But that is scientifically true. The difference between listening speed and speech speed creates a listening gap, so which is known as word lag, the speed difference. So dash to action. We think we know what someone is going to say, and we want to act on his words. We immediately want to act on someone's expressions. So we jump to conclusions. We want to interrupt them, not taking the time required hearing people out. So we don't take enough time to understand it. We are not worried about the conclusion or the real meaning, inside meaning. The moment we hear something, we immediately try to attack. Lack of training. Yes, 90% of the people have this. We do more listening than speaking, yet we receive no formal training in listening. So we actually listen more than speaking, but still we receive, no one is there to train us in listening. But when you get trained, definitely you will become a very good listener. So active listening is listening very, very carefully with the added effort. Means added effort. Added effort means you must have something more extra effort of trying to understand the speaker's thoughts and feelings. And then only showing to him that you understand. When you really add more effort to understand them, the thoughts and inner feelings, then only you can show that the speaker that you understood him. Suspending judgment. Keep an open mind. Don't speak or interrupt while listening. Concentrate on understanding what is actually communicated. See, Judge Bernard Shaw, once he was walking. After that, when he reached a meeting, once he said, 50% audience in this meeting are fools. Then everyone reacted, started scolding him. Then immediately he said, no, what I mean is 50% are wise people. Actually, mathematically, both statements are true. We mean one and the same, but the reaction is different. So don't jump to conclusion. Don't jump to conclusion. First understand it properly. Then you can come to conclusions. Right? Make the speaker aware that you understand him. Attending skills. Attention to the speaker through eye contact. Head nods means head movements and suitable sounds if necessary, and verbal statements and clarification. So this all includes attending skill in activism. So clarification, check with the speaker the meaning of the words and you are following up the subject matter. If you want, you can interrupt, you can ask politely, or if you want, you can keep making notes and ask at the end. Any speaker, summarization, briefly repeating to the speaker the main points of what he has said is one psychological summarization which promotes activism. Paraphrasing, briefly reporting back to the speaker in your own words, your understanding of what was said. So this is what, sir, I understood from what you said. Is it relevant or you mean something different? You can ask, there is nothing wrong, what he has said. So this is the most important skill of activism. Receiving, the listening process involves receiving the message, interpreting, trying to understand it in the way it actually means, your interpretation and speaker's intention. So with what intention did he say this? Try to understand that. That is called interpreting. We have an interpreter and compiler in computers also now. So interpreter role, interpreting it is the very important. Evaluating it, what are the reasons for speaking like this? What is the relevance of these expressions? Remembering what he said. And finally giving feedback. That means responding. If you want clarification, you will ask. If you want to give your feedback, you will give. If you didn't understand, you will ask him. That is responding. If you have understood, I appreciate him. The responding, this is the last phase of listening process. First is receiving, next is interpreting, next is evaluating. That means calculating the actual worth of each expression. Of course, summarizing and remembering once again and respond. So 4 levels of listening. The non-listener, characterized by blank stare, he has nervous mannerisms and gestures. Fakes attention means he acts as if he is attentive, but actually he is not, while thinking about unrelated matters. That means body is present in the class, but the mind is in where? It might be in Paris, it might be in New York, or it might have surrounded the entire world one round and came back once again to class. So such non-listener fakes attention. He looks at the speaker, he has the eye contact, but his mind is somewhere. He can't even, what is the topic I am discussing right now? You ask him, he will not be able to tell. So he fakes attention. And the marginal listener is a person who hears the sounds and words, expressions, but not the meaning. So what did I say now means you said this word or you uttered this expression, but the meaning he will not be able to understand, or the intention behind saying that he will not be able to understand. Our intent could lead to low productivity and misunderstanding at workplace. So if you try to understand only sounds and expressions, but not the inner meaning, in a workplace specifically, it leads to misunderstanding of the messages. So first one is non-listener, second one is marginal listener. And the evaluator listener, he tries to hear what the speaker says, but not the intent. He doesn't worry about with what intention the speaker said. More concern for content rather than intent. He is worried about what he said, but not for what purpose, with what intention it was said. So that fellow is called the evaluating listener. And the very last one, which the entire slides, the entire presentation is about, the actual listener. This is the most comprehensive and powerful level of listening. So attention is fully focused on the thoughts and feelings of the speaker rather than the spoken word. So means you will understand the spoken word, but the intent and the meaning, the purpose, the inner meaning of it. Why is he saying like that? So that is called attention is focused. He sends verbal and non-verbal clues to the speaker by empathizing with him. Means he tries to follow him. Getting into the shoes of speaker means, what do you mean by shoes of speaker? He tries to, an active listener tries to understand the thinking in the speaker's point of view and tries to clarify this, indicating that he is listening and is not only listening but also absorbing into his mind. Fine. So the feedback parts, a good listener gives unsolicited feedback to the speaker to assure the speaker that he is listening. Even though, what do you mean by unsolicited here? A good listener is a person, even without being asked, he gives active feedback that he is listening. Likewise, it is the responsibility of the speaker to solicit or ask the listener whether he is on the same page or following the conversation. Of course, we do agree that the responsibility of the speaker is he has to ask, Mr. Am I reaching you? So have you really understood? I meant this. This is my intention. Did you understand it? Have you understood it in a different way? No, that is not true. This is the gap, communication gap. So now I'll ask you questions. So is this the way did you understand or have you understood it in a different way? So it is the responsibility of the speaker also to ask whether he is following the conversation or not. So it is essential that you listen to verbal and non-verbal clues also if you have to understand a message completely. So verbal clues, sound, expressions, as well as non-verbal clues also you should be able to follow. So some of the active listening gestures. What are the good body language outcomes of active listening? You lean forward for an important point. Angle of your head or tilting your head. That means according to the importance of the listening, sometimes you make head movements. You keep nodding your head because you have understood, you started observing from the first point to the last point. Encouraging noises. The word noise encouraging means not making noise. Encouraging noises means you do have some gaps, but how you are going to to address those gaps. If someone wants to have some clarification, you will encourage him to think in that way and clarify that on the spot, so that your doubt also will be clarified. That is called encouraging noises. Eye contact. That means you will allow the other person speak. Finally, you will come to a feedback conclusion and then you will ask conclusion. So you will have very good eye contact. Eye contact with body present and mind also present. Fine. These are some of the active listening gestures. So some of the feedback methods while having active listening. Making full eye contacts, making appropriate head nods, making appropriate facial expressions, making appropriate exclamations like, yeah, I see. Yes, that's it, true, like that. Paraphrasing, clarifying, and summarize. These are some of the active listening parts of feedback methods. So I'm done with that. Now we have sometimes, yesterday we didn't have reading comprehension skills that we will take part today. Fine. I'm sharing the screen once again. Reading comprehension. This yesterday we could not because the time was less. So what do you mean by comprehension? Reading comprehension plays an important role in verbal ability skills, TOEFL, ideal skills, where not, what not, everywhere. Am I right? Is the PPT visible? Can someone give me just yes? Can someone send me yes? Yes, fine. So now I'm straight away without making lots of what is reading comprehension, all these things. Everyone knows we have had enough examples since our childhood. Comprehension is given 1 or 2 paragraphs. questions are asked, but that is not that much easy when it comes to tough passages. So straight away, I have a passage there. I want you to left hand side, you have a passage, right hand side, you have a question, and A, B, C, D options are there. Please make a note of your option A, B, or C, D. And if your option is right, still I will ask you why it is right. If your option is wrong, then I explain, you will understand it. I am giving you 3 minutes time for first question. Read the entire passage and answer the first question. Instead of what is reading comprehension, all these things, first we will jump into the water and try to understand when it's in the process, continuous process. So please read the passage and I will try to explain this with actual answers. Fine. Please do it on your own. Don't take unnecessary help, because when I ask you, when I unmute you and say, yeah, your answer is correct, but why it is correct, please explain, you will go on. Right? Yes, the time starts now. 3 minutes, I'm giving you enough time. 3 minutes. By the end of the 3 minutes, I'll get back to you. Everyone should give me the answer. So I'm muting, I'm keeping quiet for 3 minutes. Yes. Now I want the answer. Right. I want the answer. Is it A or B or C or D? Everyone should, I must get at least 97 answers now. What is the answer for the first question? The question is, the passage throws light on why invention should be avoided altogether, how a well-meant invention can be misunderstood, what mischief an inventor can do to ordinary people, how dangerous an invention can prove to be. Yeah, what is your answer? Yeah, everyone start answering. Oh, yes, someone said it. Someone answered. Whether it is true or false, I'll discuss it. Yeah, only one answer. 2 answers I got. Only from 2 people. That's all. I want all the participants, 100 out of 100, except me and someone. At least 98 answers I want. I want your options to be messaged in the chat box. Do that. Not getting answers. Only 2 students answered. Remaining. Everyone should type the answer options. I must get equal participation from all, or else the time you are wasting it. I want answers from all the participants. Only I got 2, that's all. But you have 101 participants. Abhishek, Anurkar, Aditya Gupta, Ishwarya, Amrita, Anushka, Asmit, Aisha, Snehalata, Yamini, Seth Shankar, Monica. I don't know, wait from you all people, wonderful audience, making this class really a wonderful thing. Please message your answers. Harita, Ramu, Jayesh, Jila, Jyoti Akhila, Jyotsna Kumari, Lakshmi Prasanna, Kajal, Kalyani, Anish, Kanisha, Susan, Madhu, Babu, Lakshmi, Sharma, Janta, Maithili, Manish, Balasurya Prakash, Neha Agakar, Vinod, Niru, Shopatkar, Oppo CPH2 127. Who is this? Akshita, have one more name, Padma. All these names I'm reading. Pooja, Prachi, Prajakta, Pranali Par, Prasanna, Prashant, Pratiksha, Priya, Purushottama Reddy, Ritika, Richa, all these people. Please message your options. Please message your options. Right. Fine. In that case, I am discussing. See, the passage throws light on. The actual answer is B. How do we do that? See, when we read a comprehension passage, the first thing is, when you read first sentence or second sentence, you will understand that, is it something conveying a situation, or is it about leaving the audience or the reader being able to come to analytical decision making, or is it something conveying a fact or one's own opinion of the speaker? That means whoever speaks through these lines. Is it like that? The tone of the passage we should be able to understand the moment we start reading first, second, third, and fourth sentence, at least 4 or 5 sentences are the first paragraph, whatever it is. So the next technique is go to the situation. That means psychologically go to the situation where it happened, how it happened, how something is being, projected. What is the point of view of the other? Think in that way. Go to the situation always. Try to memorize and try to imagine the situation in the way the speaker or the writer wanted to convey to us. Of course, that happens after reading the entire passage. Of course, your ability to read the passage very fast, it happens only with practice. Right? Now, please observe how I am reading. I will read in such a way that where the meaning is communicated properly. Fine. Please listen to me. The crowd surged forward through the narrow streets of Paris. There is a comma, so you have to stop there. Even while you are reading, there was a clatter of shutters being closed hastily by trembling hands. There is a hyphen there, so you have to stop there psychologically. The citizens of Paris knew that once the fury of the people was excited, there was no telling what they might do. They came to an old house which had a workshop on the ground floor. A head popped out of the door to see what it was all about. Get him, Get them on air, smash it, devilish machines, yell the crowd. They found the workshop without its owner. Timanair had escaped by the back door. Now, the fury of the demonstrators turned against the machines that were standing in the shop ready to be delivered to buyers. They were systematically broken up and destroyed, dozens of them. Only when the last wheel and spindle had been trampled underfoot did the infuriated crowd recover their senses. That's the end of Timanair and his sewing machines, they said to one another, and went home satisfied. Perhaps now they would find work, for they were all unemployed tailors who believed that their livelihood was threatened by that new invention. So this is the way you have to read when you read. It comes with experience. So now the passage throws light on why invention should be avoided altogether. Did they convey that this invention should be avoided? This avoiding was conveyed in this passage? No. How a well-meant invention can be misunderstood? Of course, that is the answer. B, will keep it aside. What mischief an inventor can do to ordinary people? Do you think the purpose of the passage is to convey the meaning that anyone who invents a thing, he creates mischief with the ordinary people? Even that is not direct. Even that is not true. The purpose of the passage is not to throw light that every inventor will throw some mischief on ordinary people. No. And the last D is how dangerous an invention can prove to be. Do you think that just because they surrounded him, they wanted to encircle him, they chased him, they broke many, I mean to say, machines, do you think that this is going to be dangerous? So every invention is going to become, this invention became dangerous. Is that the purpose? No. Here, P is right. Why? The reason is how a well-meant invention can be misunderstood. What do you mean by a well-meant? See, instead of what 100 people can do, 100 tailors can do, one machine can do that. That is actually a great boon for human beings. Am I right? That is a technological invention. A great mind is behind that. But for temporary purpose, what did the tailors do? They lost jobs. So they wanted to break everything and spoil his showroom. Am I right? That is what they did. So a well-meant, what do we mean by a well-meant? Something which is useful in future, that invention was misunderstood by the people for temporary reasons. This is what the actual meaning that is conveyed in this entire passage. Number 8. Fine. So, if your answer is not B, that means we wanted to understand the passage hurriedly. That is what comprehension. That is what reading comprehension. Trying to understand the inner meaning of the speaker or intention or the tone of the writer or the speaker who wants to convey this message. If you can understand the intention, purpose, and inner meaning, what he wanted to convey by the tone of the passage. So, tone is something which is voice. Yes, here when we mean the word, what is the meaning, contextual meaning of the word tone? What is the way he is trying to convey the message? What is he trying? He is trying, the fellow who wrote this passage, he is indirectly telling us that a well-meant invention like a sewing machine was misunderstood because of their not being able to understand. They wanted to revenge who invented that. Am I right? So, first question answer is B. I read the passage. Now, you read the second question and tell me the answer. The crowd was protesting against option A, the closing of workshops. B, the misdoings of Timanair. C, the newly invented sewing machine. or Mr. Thimana keeping the invention a secret? Please message your answers for the second one. I want your options to be messaged in the chat box. Second question. The crowd was protesting against. They protested someone. So are they protesting against the closing of workshops? Or are they protesting against the misdoings of Thimana? Or are they protesting against the newly invented sewing machine? Or are they protesting against Mr. Thimana keeping the invention secret? So I want the answer. Try to message your answers for the second one. A, B, C, D. What is your answer? Very good, very good. Very good, very good. Yes, I got only one. Remaining, what are you all doing? Yes, 2 answers I got. 2 people messaged me. Yes, whoever messaged me, those 2 are right answers. Yes, 2 messages I got. That is right answer. Fine. Lakshmi Sharma. Yes, right answer. Katash Susan. Yes, your answer is right. Remaining all, what are you all doing? Message me your answers in the chat box. You see, this is if this is your involvement, is that we are going to learn. Right. The crowd was protesting against the newly invented sewing machines. Am I right? They are not worried about closing up workshops. C is the answer. Yes, C is the answer. The misdoings of Thimana. Of course, he did not commit anything misdoing. They misunderstood the invention. Am I right? So the crowd was actually protesting against the newly invented sewing machine. They don't want that machine to be invented. If that fellow invents and brings into practical existence, what happens? They will all lose their jobs because these are all tailors. Their livelihood is depending on it. Yes. So for previous one, C is the answer. Second question, C is the answer. The newly invented sewing machine is the answer. Yes, who will tell me the right answer for this third question? It's really great. It is a test to your intelligence. Read properly and answer to this third question. This passage was selected only for the third question. I'm going to, even if your answer is correct, I'm going to ask you why it is right. Fine. Who answers this question is really great. Who answers this question? Third question correctly is really great. He or she, they have understood properly. They have comprehended this passage. Read it. The aim of the crowd was to, option A, kill Thimana, option B, drive Thimana away. C, bring discredit to Thimana. Option D, destroy the sewing machines. What was the aim of the crowd? I want answers to be given in the chat box. Who answers correctly is really great. I got 2 answers. Sneha and Snehalata. We have Sneha Rajeshwar. And one more student, one more listener, Snehalata, B Snehalata. Fine. Snehalata, you are right. Susan, excellent, you are right. Susan, your answer is absolutely right. Great, great, great. Claps to you. Great. Remaining all, what are you doing? Please answer. After Susan, your answer is right. And please, Snehalata, your answer is right. Kanishka. Once again, check your answer. Good. All are participating. Participation is more important. Fine. I want the answer for the third question. You can do that. You are really great. Correct answers for third question is really great. That means you have understood the passage. So shall I start discussing the answer for third question? The aim of the crowd was to kill Timanar, to drive Timanar away, to bring discredit to Timanar, destroy the sewing machines. I'll read the passage, try to observe it. You will get the answer. The crowd surged forward through the narrow streets of Paris. What do you mean by surge? Move very fast. There was a crowd which is moving very fast in the narrow streets of Paris. There was a clatter of shutters. We heard some clatter of shutters. By closed hastily by trembling hands. Trembling hands indicates they are scared of some reaction if they don't close the shutters. There is a hyphen, means some sudden abrupt stoppage is there. Why the citizens of Paris knew that once the fury, means the sudden rush of anger of people, the crowd was excited, there was no telling what they may do. If they don't close the shops, they may even kill them. Such a situation, the passage started with such situation. So they came to an old house which had a workshop on the ground floor. After making people forcibly close their, shut down their shops, they came to an old workshop. They came to a workshop on the ground floor. A head popped out of the door to see, second paragraph you see, a head popped out of the door to see what it was all about. What do you mean by it? What is this noise? Many people coming rushing to my shop. That fellow kept his head out and saw, my God, he saw one great crowd was running towards his shop. And someone said, get him, get them on air, smash his devilish machine, sell the crowd. Now you tell me an answer. If they reach the workshop, what will they do to that Timanar? Tell me now. Think that in that anger, please message your answers. This is my question. Think that they have reached the workshop. They found the owner. Actually, the owner ran away. Mr. Timanar had run away. But think that they had reached it, and that fellow, they caught hold of the fellow. What do you think they could do to him? Please answer in the chat box. Supposing the crowd caught Mr. Timanar. What do you think they would do to him? So this is a message to everyone. Supposing the crowd caught Mr. Timanar, what do you think they would do? Get him, get Timanar, smash his devilish machines, yell the crowd. Now, when they reached the actual workshop, what happened there? They means crowd. They found the workshop without its owner. Why do you think Mr. Timanar had run away? Timanar had escaped by the back door. Now, if they had found the workshop with the owner, Mr. Timanar, they might have killed him. Since they did not find him, now the fury means uncontrollable anger of the demonstrators, the crowd people, turned against the machines. Anyway, they did not get him. So, second option is diverting the anger towards the machines. If they had found that fellow there, they would have smashed him into pieces. So they turned against the machines because they could not find that fellow. Like an Olympic runner, he ran away for his life. That was standing in the shop ready to be delivered to buyers. They were. What do you mean by they? The machines were systematically broken up. Means part by part, destroyed dozens of them. Whatever machine they took and they played football with the machines. That means they destroyed each and every part. Only when the last wheel and spindle, means last part, had been trampled. Trampled means crushed underfoot. The infuriated, highly angry, highly reactive crowd came back to normal sense. Then they said that is the end of the Timmanair and his sewing machines. Means they destroyed all the machines. So that is the end of this bloody invention, this fellow's invention, they said to one another. And happily they reached home. Perhaps by now they would find work. Means because of the machines they are losing work. Because all these crowd, this entire were unemployed tailors. After the machine arriving, what happened? They lost their livelihood. Who believed that their livelihood was threatened by the new invention? Because of this new machine, they are losing their livelihood. So the aim of the crowd was to kill Timmanair. Third question, actual answer is A. Sir, there is no word, the word kill here. That is what I said. Active listening, active following of comprehension passes. Why do we say if they can term it as passes now? Why did they use the word comprehension? Being able to understand the inner meaning of the tone of the speaker or the writer, being able to understand the entire situation in his view, in the way he wants to convey. That is called 360 degrees of way of understanding it, comprehending it completely. That is the reason RC, reading comprehension or comprehension passage. Your ability is not simply reading it and trying to understanding it superficially. Your ability should be trying to understand what is not conveyed in the conveyed just by words. You have to go to the situation. Fine. Now the fury of the demonstrators. Why now? Because they did not find that fellow escaped. Timmanair had escaped with the fact. Do you think that if the Timmanair had the guarantee that they would leave him there, that he would have stayed there only? Why would he escape Emirates? He ran away for his life. That indicates that if they had found the workshop with Mr. Owner, they would have killed him. How they broke dozens of sewing machines, part by part, they would have broken him into pieces. So the actual aim of the crowd was, see, get him, get Timmanair. The word get here, it means, contextual meaning is, you get him to kill him. Smashing his devilish machine is secondary purpose. The primary purpose, according to the words here, according to the situation is, get him means, what will they do? He will take him home and say, please don't do such things. Please, we'll destroy your sewing machines. Please stop doing such things. Do you think that they are going to convince him? No, they will kill him. Their actual aim of the crowd was to kill Timmanair. If you can understand that, that is really great. So third question answer is A. Option A, great, right. Now, last question of this passage. The people thought that, tell me, message me your answers. Their lives were in danger. Timmanair was mad. The sewing machine was dangerous. Timmanair was depriving them of their livelihood. The people thought that. What did the people think? Who is this LS? Lakshmi Shama. Shama. Write your answer. Your answer is right. The people thought that. I want answers. Chat box is there for giving your answers. A, B, or C, or D. Please type your answers fast. Yeah, one by one I'm getting. Please type your answers. Type your options, answers. Yes, I want involvement from everyone. Yes, please do that. Simple, this one. Snehalata, once again, think. Kanishka. Your answer is right. Kanishka, your answer is right. Ajanta, think once again. Once again, think. Sneha, Rajeshwar, your answer is right. So Rajeshwar, your answer is right. Prachi, once again, check your answer. Once again, have a second opinion of your answer. The answer is D. C. Yes, one letter is printed wrongly. Last paragraph you see, the people thought that. What did the people think? That is the end of Thimaner and his sewing machines. They said to one another and went home satisfied. What is the conclusion? Perhaps, maybe, now they would find all these people who revolted against, they would find work. Why work? For means here. For means here. They were all unemployed tailors. How did unemployment take place? Because this fellow invented sewing machine and nobody is getting job. What a fellow can make, what a tailor can make, this fellow with that machine, he is making hundreds of dresses and stitching and giving just like that. So everybody is going to him and getting it stitched. Nobody is coming to the tailors. So the tailors would believe that their livelihood was threatened by the new invention. Depriving them means not allowing them to have their own livelihood. That is the meaning. But what is? So deprive means not allowing them to have their livelihood. That is the meaning of depriving. The answer is there in the last sentence. The people thought that their livelihood was threatened means deprived by the new invention. Because of the new invention, machine, sewing machine, they could not have. Yes. Prachi, yes, it's D. Prachi, yes, it's D. Your answer is right. So Thimaner, after inventing the sewing machine, taking away their livelihood, depriving them, taking away someone not to have something is called depriving. So if you can understand the word deprive, deprive is a new deprive is a normal word. You should be able to understand at this age. So you have to learn, practice some vocabulary. So Thimaner was depriving them of their livelihood. So that is the day. Last question, can you answer? Last question for today's class. Shutters were being closed hastily because, in the first sentence, shopkeepers wanted to attack the crowd, wanted to protect Thimaner, feared their shops would be invaded. C. Shopkeepers were closed hastily with trembling hands. Here is the answer. Feared their shops would be invaded, wanted to show their solidarity means they want to show that they are also giving support with crowd. A, B, C, D. So last question, last answer for today's class. Please message your answers. Shutters were being closed. Yes. Who is this? Kanishka. Kanishka, your answer is right. Your answer is right. Yes. Ajanta, your answer is right. Your answer is also right. Right answer, Ajanta. Yes, I want some more answers. Yes, more answers I want. Shutters were being closed hastily because the shopkeepers, you see, the crowd surged forward through the narrow streets of Paris. There was a clatter of shutters being closed hastily by trembling hands. Why? If they don't close, what happens? Trembling hands indicates. Trembling hands indicates that they feared their shops would be invaded. If they don't close the shops, you know, first they will beat them. First, they will invade their shops. Rajeshwar, Sneha, Rajeshwar, yes, your option is right. C is the answer for this. Fear their shops would be invaded. Invaded. The clue is trembling hands. When do they? When they fear only, their hands would be trembling. Immediately, with trembling hands, they close up the shops. Why? If they don't close, they will kill him, they will kill them, they will destroy all the shops. Which shop has not been closed? They will invade the shops. They will throw everything here and there. They will kill the people who wants to stop them. So fear their shops would be invaded. C is right option. For fifth person, C is right option. So thank you one and all for your patient listening. And are there any questions? Thank you all for your. Thank you all. Everyone, thank you all. So I thought of discussing another passage, but we do not have enough time. Fine. Thank you all. Thank you. Yes, thank you all. Patient, please practice at least 50 comprehension passages. You will get this PPT. You will get the material. I will give it to the in charge. Prachi, thank you all. Thank you, Prachi. Yes. I'm closing this and stopping sharing. You will get the material and PPT, don't worry. The in charges, they will give you. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I will share. All participants will get, no worry. Thank you all. So I'm leaving. Good night. God bless you. God bless you with very good success. Please practice at least 50 questions in comprehension passages. Fine. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you so much for such a wonderful session. Guys, if you have any query or question, please drop in chat box. We'll take it up for 2-3 minutes.
Yes, sir. I'm leaving, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, so regarding to the material, so team, I will upload that material over the LMS. I hope all of you have LMS access. Yes or no? Guys, we have LMS access? Yes. Okay, thank you. Aishwarya is saying yes, thank you. Bunny is asking, sir, I want day one feedback form, sir. Bunny, how to share that? Because attendance link is open in specified time, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. That's why we're not able to share that. But don't worry, 60% attendance is mandatory and 3 more days to go. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll start with the aptitude. Okay. Yes, Ajanta. YouTube people, you have any query question, please drop in the chat box. I will try to answer them. Guys, anything else? No, sir. Okay, thank you so much. So thank you once again for joining the session, and we'll meet you on tomorrow at same time. And from tomorrow onwards, we're going to start with the aptitude for next 3 days. Okay.